Okay, a pleasant good morning to everyone, no? And welcome back, no, to my virtual classroom. Okay, sa subject natin na governance, business ethics, risk management, and internal control, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw ay yung professional standard and code of ethics, no? Okay. Ng kanino? Actually, ng mga internal auditor. Okay, that is our lesson 3 for today. Okay. Now, ibigay din natin yung mga lineup ng ating mga nakuha na, no? At kukunin pang mga lesson. Okay, so sinimulan natin, kung matatandaan ninyo, ay yung business governance and ethical requirements. Now, yung pangalawa naman, yung basic internal audit. Yung pangatlo, yung professional standard and code of ethics. Yung pang-apat, quality assurance and improvement program. Yung panglima, control, governance, and risk management. Okay, pang-anim, auditor's role and responsibilities for fraud and other controls. Now, ibigay din natin yung mga learning objectives, no? So, yung mga learning objectives natin are the following. Now, sa first part ng ating magiging discussion, ito yung learning objectives. Okay, the students will be able to do the following, no? Okay, discuss what is ethics, no? Discuss the different ethical theories. Okay, define what is framework for understanding ethical theories. Okay, what is ethical culture? What is business ethics? Enumerate and discuss code of ethics. And what is code of conduct? Okay, sa second part ng ating magiging discussion, ito naman ang learning objectives. So, code of ethics for internal auditor. So, the student will be able to define what is objectivity, integrity, confidentiality, and competency. Now, this are the requirements, no, parang sabihin natin, the qualities, no, na nire-require sa isang internal auditor. So, he or she can carry out yung kanyang responsibility. Okay. Now, sa pangatlo naman, okay, the student will be able to discuss what are ethical dilemma, no, for internal auditors. Now, diniscuss natin last time, kung i-recall ninyo ang ating discussion last time, binigay na natin ito, no? Pero ito, itong ethical dilemma na ating i-discuss, ay mga ethical dilemma na nangyayari sa internal auditor o yung mga nararanasan nila. Okay, during their course of audit. And then, what is inducement? Now, yung sa 4 naman, what is ethical intelligence? Discuss what is ethics audit. So, ino-audit pala yung ethics, no? What are the objectives, no? Audit objectives for ethics audit. And also, we're going to discuss, no, yung parang bite size, no? Yung Lehman Brothers financial scandal. Okay. Okay, so last time diniscuss na natin yung ethics. Medyo malawak, 'di ba? At binigyan natin no mga iba't ibang example, 'di ba? So, yung ethical, yung mga unethical at saka yung ethical, 'di ba? Now, dito i-review lang natin uli ng konti, no, yung ethics, no? Okay. So, ethics is that ethics concern is with what is good or right in human interaction. Now, it resolves around 3 different concepts, no? Okay, yung kagalingan ng sarili, yung good, self, and others, no? What is good? Okay, sa sarili at din yung sa kapwa. Okay. Now, ethical behavior results when one does not merely consider what is good for oneself. Kung ano lang yung mabuti para sa kanya. Pero iniisip din kung ano ang kagalingan ng kanyang kapwa o kagalingan ng nakakarami. So ethics is all about behavior, choices, and doing what is right. No? Kaya lang, ang tanong doon, ano ba ang right sa isang tao at saka sa iyo? Magkaiba minsan. No? Di ba kasi malawak na yung ethics. 'Di ba ang sabi ko nga do'n, maaaring tama sa iyo, mali sa akin, maaaring tama sa akin, mali sa iyo, 'di ba? Okay. Now, ethical theories. Now, ito yung mga theories that will serve as a guide, no? Kung tama ba talaga, 'di ba? Kung tama ba talaga ang iyong magiging desisyon. Is it ethical ba o hindi, 'di ba? So, ito yung magde-decide. Sabi ko nga kanina, maaring tama sa iyo, maaring mali sa akin. So, itong mga ethical theories nito are important to study in order to establish a strong foundation for challenging situation or guide decisions, no? So, ito yung ano, no? Ito yung kunyari meron kang mga kunyari kung alam mo ba kung tama o mali, 'di ba? How do we know whether something is right or wrong? So itong ethical theories will serve as a guide. Okay, so bigay natin yung apat na yan. No? So meron tayong tinatawag na consequent-based, duty-based, contract-based, and character-based. Okay, ano ba ibig sabihin ng consequence-based? O tinatawag natin na utilitarian. Now, class ito, nakafocus to kung ano ang kahinatnan ng iyong desisyon. Kumbaga, sabi nga, pag-isipan mo munang mabuti yung iyong gagawing desisyon. Kasi tignan mo muna kung ano ang kahinatnan. Ano ang magiging resulta. Okay. 'Di ba? So doon ka malalaman mo kung ito ay magiging tama kung ang desisyon mo ay mas marami ang masisiyahan, no? Mas marami, 'di ba? O kaya mas marami ang magiging sabihin natin makikinabang sa iyong desisyon kaysa dun sa kakaunti o kaya yung mga hindi magugustuhan yung desisyon mo. Okay, usually naman gano'n, 'di ba? 'Pag nagdedesisyon ng tao maaaring meron talagang maapektuhan. 'Di ba, yun nga yung mga dilema, 'di ba? 'Di ba, merong mga pagkakataon kahit ayaw mo kailangan magdesisyon. So iniisip mo na lang na mas marami ang makikinabang, ha? So utilitarian, no? Okay. Now, ang ano nito, ang isang example na pupuwede nating maibigay, kunyari, yung daan, 'di ba? Kunyari desisyon mo, maraming maaapektuhan na daan o kaya sabihin na lang natin sa isang, sa Divisoria, 'di ba? Kunyari pinaalis mo yung mga sidewalk bento. Ayaw mo man dahil alam mong nagtatrabaho sila, 'di ba? Pero kailangan tanggalin sila dahil kasi walang para mas maraming makakadaan, publiko. Yun yung isang bagay 'no, utilitarian. O tama ba yung naging desisyon mo? Okay, base yun sa paniniwala mo na mas marami ang makikinabang kung paalisin mo yung mga illegal sidewalk bendo. Ah. Now, yung duty based is deontology, no? Ito naman ay naka-focus, no, on binding rules and one's obligation not only or duty not only to the family, country, church, and other organization. Okay, kung ano ang sinasabi sa iyo, 'di ba? Okay, magbigay tayo ng ehemplo. 'Di ba sa kung ikaw ay citizen ng Pilipino at ini-invade ng ibang bansa ang iyong country, it is your duty na ipagtanggol ito, 'di ba? Ipagtanggol mo. Oh. O kaya ikaw sa pamilya mo, 'di ba, kung naaapi ang pamilya mo, it's your duty as a father, kunyari kung ikaw yung mother, na paitanggol mo yung iyong pamilya. Okay, that hindi sinasabi pero that is your duty, no, na ibinigay sa iyo. Okay, kung pinagtanggol mo ba, whatever na, that is ano, kung sumunod ka, no? So kung ano yung itinatakda, then tama ang iyong desisyon. Now, sa contract based naman ay tinatawag na rights, no? This perspective is about rights and agreement between people, not necessarily about character, consequence, or principle. Ito naman, nakatuon naman ang desisyon mo based dun sa kung ano ang pinag-usapan o merong kontrata na pinirmahan. At usually, yung mga pinag-usapan o yung mga pinirmahan, may mga provisions na dapat na gawin. Diba? Okay. Sa gagawin mo na yon tama dahil sumunod ka lang sa kontrata. Diba? O kung ano man ang napag-usapan. Okay. So, character-based naman, that is virtue. No? This is perspective is focused on virtue in practicing good. Okay, your character, di ba? And sometimes dito pumapasok yung morality. Di ba? Yung morality is more of yung personal niya, no? Convictions niya. What is right and wrong. So that is character based. Now, framework for understanding ethical theories. Okay, so paano ba natin na tinitake up yung mga theories na yan, no? Yung meta-ethics, no? Okay, yung study of the nature of ethics. Now, consider when one's ethical principle come from and what they mean. Okay, so paano natin tinitignan actually, no? Now, focus on issues of universal truth, the will of God, the role of reason in ethical of judgment, and the meaning of ethical terms themselves. Now, usually, di ba, ito yung sinasabi, kasi ito yung gusto ng Panginoon. Di ba? So, sinusunod mo, di ba? Sinusunod mo kasi ito yung nasa Biblia. So, the will of God. Okay. Now, yung normative naman, class, ito naman, ay study of ethical action. Okay, ha? Yung isa came from kung saan nang galing. O ito naman yung ethical action na, yung normative. Now, deals on the practical side of ethics. Now, it tells what people what to do and what not to do. Ha? Okay. Now, yung pangatlo naman, descriptive, no? So, ito naman, the study of people view, no, about moral belief. It also relates to presenting, describing, but not interpreting or evaluating facts, no? Events and ethical action in specific situation and places. Now, descriptive, iba-iba kasi ang morality. Depende sa isang tao. Depende sa pagpapalaki. Depende rin kung saang lugar siya pinalaki. Iba-iba ang morality. Diba? Okay. So, therefore, ito yung pinag-aaralan. No? Okay. Now, ethical culture. Now, class, 'di ba sabi nga natin, ang isa sa mga foundation ng ethic ng good governance is yung ethics niya, yung culture niya. Now, kung mataas o maganda yung ethics na pinapatupad o pinapalakad within the organization, then there is a indicator na maganda yung kanyang good governance. Now, ethical culture, actually, ito yung karaniwan, no? 'Di ba pag sinabi natin, that is the culture ng isang organization or ng isang community. May kultura, 'di ba? Kultura sa Tagalog 'yan. 'Di ba? Ang ibig sabihin 'yan yung karaniwan talagang ginagawa, 'di ba? Ito naka-embed na sa kanila, ito yung kanilang ginagawa talaga. So it is the foundation of good governance. Now, created through robust ethics program that sets expectation, no, for acceptable behavior in conducting business within the organization and with external parties, no. Now, it includes effective board oversight. Okay, may nag-aano talaga, no. Meron talagang sabihin natin talaga na tumitingin, no. I-review from time to time yung mga ethics, no, yung mga ethical standards, no, kung tinitignan kung ito pa ay napapanahon. A strong tone at the top. Okay, and senior management involvement. Now, dapat lahat talaga, no? Actually, sabi nga natin, kung ang leader ay hindi corrupt, di ba? Okay, sa baba nun ay hindi rin magiging corrupt. Di ba? Yun ang ano dun eh, kasi magkakaroon ng problema. Yung leader nga namin eh, di ba? Paano mo masasawa ang isang corruption kung sakaling ang katwiran ay ganito. Yung corrupt nga namin leader tapos uutusan mo kung hindi maging corrupt, 'di ba? So dapat ang top management will set an example, ha? Now, wide commitment and customized code of conduct. Now, yung code of conduct iba-iba din. Based yun actually yung ethical standards and code of conduct are always anchored on the mission and vision of the company. Since iba-iba ang mission and vision, therefore, iba-iba din ang magiging customization ng code of conduct. Ha? Okay. Now, yung ethical culture always translate to corporate reputation. 'Di ba kung ano yung kanyang reputasyon bilang isang korporasyon, no? It will always sumasalamin yun, no, sa ethical culture. Now, timely follow-up and investigation of reported incidents, consistent disciplinary action for offenders, ethics training, communications, ongoing monitoring system, and anonymous incident reporting system. Okay, eto ngayon, no, para at least talagang mapapatupad ng maayos whatever ethical standards or have yung ethical culture, no, para mapalago pa yung ethical culture. Ito yung mga karaniwang ginagawa. Ha? Okay. Now, business ethics, no? Okay. So, yung ethics, ia-apply na ngayon natin sa business, no? So business ethics are the moral principle that act as a guidelines, no, for a way a business conduct itself and its transaction. Okay, eto na ngayon yung mga panunturan o paano gagalaw ang isang employee o yung mga tao within the organization. Okay. In many ways, the same guidelines that individual use to conduct themselves in an acceptable way in personal and professional setting apply the business as well. Now, class, 'di ba? Sabi nga natin, iba-iba ang ating mga ethical standard personally, 'di ba? Hindi ba nga maraming ang factors na maaaring iset in natin para tayo ay magkaroon ng pagkakaiba. Now, in a business ethics, actually tinatanggal yung pwedeng sabihin mo, ito ako. Hindi pwede sa ako ito ako to eh, 'di ba? O ikaw 'yan, no, walang gano'n, no? Hindi na pwede yun. Dapat yung kung ano yung pareho tayo ng gagawing aksyon na naaayon at tama ayon sa gusto ng kumpanya. Ha? Okay. Now, business ethics actually, 'di ba, sabi ko nga sa inyo, when it comes to business ethics at maglalagay ka, you always look back for the history. History, no? History ng company. Okay, yung scandal na maaaring nagkaroon na, no? Okay, at saka yung integration. Okay, paano ito napatupad in the past? 'Di ba? Usually kasi there are changes na merong resistance. Okay. So, na maayos mong mai-implement yung anumang business ethics na gustong ipatupad. Okay. Ethical principles and values. Now, ito yung mga ethical principles and values, no? Okay, isa-isahin natin. Accountability, integrity, fairness, and transparency. Now, yung apat na yan, class, ay pamilyar na sa inyo. Actually, itong apat na ito are all, no, sabihin natin, mga haligi ng good governance, no? So, ito rin ang tinasaano natin are ano rin, no, naka-anchor din yung ating ethical principles and values. Actually, as a pillar of good governance, ito rin ang tinitignan, no, ng SEC of good corporate governance o ina-adapt, no? Okay. Ina-adapt ng SEC para sa lahat ng mga corporation. Okay. Now, ano ba yung accountability? Now, taking full responsibility, no, for business decision, action, inaction, and conduct. How about naman ang integrity? Okay, ang integrity naman are acting, no, righteously, 'di ba? Morally and legally and under the highest standard of ethics. Okay. Yung fairness naman, class, ay uphold the value of justice and fair play, no? So among everyone, we deal with both internally and externally. Walang bias, 'di ba? And then yung transparency naman, uphold, no, the value of truthfulness, no, in everything we do, coupled with quality of being open to scrutiny. Okay, not just being honest. Pwede mo rin sabihin ganun, o sige, pwedeng tignan, 'di ba wala kang itinatago ang ibig sabihin niyan. Now, as we provide and disclose accurate materials, information in a timely manner. Okay. Now, features of business ethics. Okay. Sa pangkalahatan, ito yung ano niya, no? Ito yung mga features niya. Formal document. Actually, that is a formal document, no? Inadopt, 'di ba? So meron talagang yung sabihin natin papel, no, na nakalagay yan sa isang document. Focus on regulating individual employee behavior. Okay, cover specific areas such as gift, anti-competitive behavior, no? Okay, at pati rin na rin yung corruption, no? Okay, so actually yun yung kung ano yung take, no? Ano yung pananaw, 'di ba? Kunyari may nagbigay, kunyari katulad sa government, they are not allowed, no, to accept gifts, no? So para sa kanila the gifts will start na para sa corruption, Okay. Now employees may be asked to comply. Now, actually, not just us, no, they are duty bound, no, to comply whatever, no, na merong business ethics ang company. Or else, they will be subjected to unethical, investigation. Okay, develop or use from third-party codes or regulator. Now, plus, yung ethics kasi is not just yung kung ano yung sa mission and vision. Okay. But also, you have to follow whatever yung mga laws or outside laws, no, coming from the regulators. Now, for example, ganito, timely manner of submission of reports, o kaya yung sinasabi natin na data privacy, di ba? O kaya yung AMLA, o yung anti-money laundering council, what they they impose, 'di ba? Okay, that is part of the business ethics, 'di ba? Kasi katulad ng data privacy, you cannot disclose any data unless there is a permission, no? Okay. So, yun yung mga yung mga example, no, ng mga third party or regulators. Now, tend to mix moral with technical imperatives, no? Okay, so sometimes 'di ba diniscuss natin yung difference between moral and ethics, 'di ba? And sometimes may mga pagkakataon na nagkakaroon ng conflict, 'di ba? So that is now it does little more than describe current practices. Okay, something more, no? Okay. Now, Code of Business Conduct and Ethics. Okay, so pupunta na tayo ngayon dito of Business Conduct and Ethics, no? Now, yung ethics class, that is parang sabihin natin, that is yung batas, 'di ba? Ito yung dapat mong sundin. Now, when it comes to code of conduct naman, that means more of yung pagpapatupad o paano mo gagawin para masunod mo kung ano ang sinasabi sa business ethics. Okay, so that is yung parang overall, no? Now, yung Code of Business and Conduct and Ethics, actually this is expected behavior and serve as a guide to all employees, no? Actually para kanino, no? Not just only for the employees, yung Code of Conduct, but also how you're going to deal with yung employees, how to deal with fellow employees, with your customers, okay, and vendors, and even your competitors. Diba? So may ethics yun. May ethics. Now, plus isang example nung sa competitor, kasi maaring siguro dahil yung tatlong na unang nabanggit ay maaring okay yun. Pero ba't ba competitor, sir, kasama pa rin sa ethics? Okay, masama yung gagawin mo na yung ka-competitor mo, isasabotahin mo yung kanyang operasyon. That is unethical. Diba? Diba sabi nga natin, kung lalabang ka ng pareha, pumarehas ka ng laban. Diba? Ibig sabihin, pagandahan kayo ng serbisyo. Diba? Pagandahan ng produkto na pinoproduce. That is the essence of capitalism. Diba? Competition. Hindi maganda yung para ikaw ay manalo sa kompetisyon, ay gagawa ka ng masama sa competitor mo. So that is unethical. Okay. Now, Code of Business Conduct and Ethics, actually sabi nga natin, ang Code of Ethics ay yan ay yung kung ano ang isinasaad na dapat na gawin. Diba? Okay. Pagdating naman sa Code of Conduct, ito naman yung pamamaraan para magawa mo ng tama kung ano ang isinasaad sa Code of Ethics. So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. Okay, so Code of Ethics, no? So, eto, magbigay tayo ng example ngayon, no? Okay, ng iba't ibang pamamaraan Actually, ito yung mga companies na sabihin natin na famous na iba-iba yung kanilang pamamaraan ng pagbibigay ng code of conduct. Meron na silang established na business ethics. Okay, paano nila gagawin? 'Di ba? So, iba-iba ng pamamaraan. So, tignan natin ha. Pagbigay tayo ng example. Now, yung Starbucks Coffee, focus on speak up, encouraging their workforce to raise concern and providing resources to do so. So they have, yung mga employees have the liberality, no? Sorry liberality, no? Na magsalita. Okay, magsalita sila kung ano yung kanilang nasa loobin, no? No, parang sabi natin, 'di ba, pag kunyari inimpose, o yan, sundin mo yan. Dito iba, no, iba yung pamamaraan. So they are given leeway, no. Now, yung sa Google naman, the tone is conversational. Okay. Yet they make the points that need to be made with authority. Actually, more of liberality rin to eh. Parang sabi natin to is more simple lang. 'Di ba? Pinapaliwanag kung ano yung dapat mong gawin in a simple way. Ha? Okay. Now, yung Hershey, no? Oh, ito paborito yung tsokolate, no? The tone is conversational yet they make points need to make authority. Almost the same, no? Sa Google, no? Okay. Now, yung Pepsi naman, business code of conduct is example is extremely detailed. Now, sa Google Class nga pala, may konting ano lang, pagbabago lang sa Hershey. Now, eto mas more of yung parang informal ang dating. Parang informal. Remember, ang Google, ang mga empleyado niya ay lahat ay highly skilled. And some of them are not a graduate. Parang gano, because of yung kanilang mga programming skills, hindi sila mga graduate. Remember, 'di ba, yung mga ano nga niyan, kung titignan mo yung mga executive niyan, kunyari si Bill Gates nag-drop out sa high school, 'di ba? O yung mga sa Google, I think they are not able to finish their colleges, 'di ba? So, hindi sila ganoon ka-technical, no? So may mga empleyado na hindi nakatapos. So therefore, the tone ng kanilang ano ng business code of business conduct more of parang sabihin na natin ay parang informal. Pero merong authority. Ah, okay. So yun yung pinagkaiba between Google and Hershey, no? Now, yung Pepsi company naman, their code of conduct example is extremely detailed. Now, class dito, nakalagay talaga kung sakaling na-violate mo etong ethics nito, ay nakalagay na kagad kung anong penalty ang meron kang gagawin o kaya sasagutin. So, nakadetalye na talaga kagad. O, etong penalty mo. Ito yung ano mo, pag ito, binayolate. So, that is yung Pepsi Company. Now, titingnan nyo, marami pa, no? Pero yan yung mga example, how they, sabihin natin, no? Iparating sa mga empleyado ang yung code of business conduct. Ha? Okay. Now, ano ba yung code of conduct? Total naman pinag-uusapan natin, 'di ba? Sabi nga natin, ito yung way nung para ipatupad kung ano ang isinasaad sa code of ethics. Now, it is a set of rules that members of an organization or people with particular job or position must follow. Okay. Now, the staff that understand, no, the rules and expectation that management has. Now, it defines how to act while at work, no? 'Di ba? Define kung ano paano mo i-carry out yung sarili mo sa loob ng organization. How to communicate both internally and externally and help employee be successful at the company. Okay. Now, the organization has concrete company policies to help compliance, ha? Actually, yun yung isang ano dun 'di ba? Yung code of conduct, okay, pag may na-violate ka, then there must be a policy, existing policy, what will be the reward and sabihin natin yung ano, penalties, whatever. Now, potential customer and business partner understand the values of the organization. Okay. Now, nasasakop din yung code of conduct para din sa mga lahat ng stakeholders, ha? Okay. Now, the values for organization, actually, code of conduct is the values of your organization believes in, guidelines for behavior, okay, day-to-day business practices, and how employees should interact with outside parties. So that is yung code of conduct. Okay, purpose of good conduct. Isa-isahin natin yung kanina. Okay, the values of your organization believes in. Okay, what is dear to the company? Ano ba yung mahalaga? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, whatever, no, yung ating ginagawa na code of ethics and even code of conduct o whatever pa, no, ay always anchored dun sa ating mission and vision. Okay. So ano yun? What is dear to the company? The business ethics, social responsibility, okay, environmental responsibility, employees' rights, no? Commitment and responsibility, diversity and inclusion. No? Lalo na to sa diversity, very important sa ibang bansa. No? Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi lang puro puti, hindi lang puro itim, dapat talaga mix, no? Meron talaga. So, parang sinasabi na walang bias na nangyayari. Okay, so kung ano ito yung mahalaga, so naglalagay ka ng good conduct, no? Okay. Now, maglagay pa tayo guidelines for behavior, no? Okay, what is expected of them in terms of behavior and performance? Now, standard of professionalism. Okay. Pangalawa, discrimination and sexual harassment. Pangatlo, use of company asset. Pang-apat, use of social media. Okay. Communication rules, no? Okay, disciplinary process. Okay, ito naman yung mga guidelines ng behavior. Okay, ano yung dapat na sabihin natin na igalaw, no? Paano ba ang magiging galaw mo, no? Habang nasa loob ka ng organisasyon, Okay. Now, another, yung day-to-day business practice. Okay, ito may kinalaman naman ito sa mga pagtatrabaho mo at customer, no? Okay, so ito yung dress code mo, okay? Okay, 'di ba merong ang dress code hindi lang basta-basta, 'di ba? 'Di ba tayo as a member ng community ng Olfu, meron tayong dress code na sinusunod, 'di ba? Okay, maski sa kami mga professor, no? Annual leave and holiday time, inclement weather policy, okay, break policy, inclement weather policy, 'di ba? Tayo, 'di ba, sumusunod tayo doon. 'Di ba? May kung kailan magkakaroon ng class suspension, 'di ba? Okay, break policy, onboarding process, actually yung mga newly hired o kaya yung mga newly students, there are given onboarding, no, seminars, no? So that is para malaman nila how they will conduct themselves, no, inside the school premises. Okay, job duties and training guidelines, no? Aside from that, ito pa, no, rules related to time off through illness and injury, attendance and punctuality, use of phone while at work, benefits, chain of command, and legal compliances. Okay. Now, sumunod, how employees should interact with outside parties o yung mga customers, no? Not only customers, but other stakeholders such as yung mga investors, di ba? O kaya yung ating mga tinatawag na mga service providers, o kaya yung mga kinukuhanan natin, no, yung mga materials, no, o yung mga vendors, no. So how you conduct yourselves ba? So define the expectation for employees when dealing with external parties, no. Confidentiality, no. Okay, meron tayong data privacy. Okay. So that is yung intellectual property policies, no? When it comes to use of yung mga intellectual rights, Okay, customer communication requirements, 'di ba? So yung mga basic, no, basic how you deal with a customer. Now, conflict of interest. Okay, pinag-usapan natin 'to last time, no? Okay. Now, code of conduct example, magbigay tayo. And napili ko dito yung sa Visa, and I think that is Sony, yung pangalawa. So sa Visa, ito yung kanilang code of conduct, no? We lead by example. Okay, so yun yung nila, 'di ba? Para mas mabilis na makuha ng mga empleyado. So we lead by example, be accountable, treat others with respect, and demonstrate a passion for our business. Aside from that, we communicate openly, promote a shared vision, communicate effectively, value others' perspective. We enable and inspire success, remove barriers, and value inclusivity and diversity. Okay, so yung mga ano ko sa inyo kanina ay na-address na no by means of this example ng code of conduct. Now, aside from that, we excel with partners, no, build strong relationship inside and outside of PISA, provide excellent customer service, and take solution-oriented approach. We act decisively, challenge the status quo, decide quickly, and learn from our mistake. And last, we collaborate, break down silos, engage with our colleagues, deliver as one team at one PISA. Okay, yan yung kanilang code of conduct. So, na-address no, kung ano man yung gusto nilang i-address. At yan ay anchored sa kanilang mission and vision. Ha? Okay. Now, how about naman yung Sony? O, di ba, meron tayong mga gadgets na ginagamit or even no, yung mga household appliances na ang tatak ay Sony. No? Actually, ang Sony is always tantamount to quality. No? Pag sinabing Sony, maganda yung quality. Now, core principle, honest and ethical business conduct, no? Relationship with stakeholders, respect for human rights, and appreciating diversity. Fair labor and employment practices, no? Equal employment, opportunity, and non-discrimination. No forced labor or child labor. Sound labor and employment practices and work environment. So kasama doon yung anti-harassment, that means sexual, no? And anti-discrimination and promotion of health and safety. Now, responsibility for products and services, no? Product and service safety and accessibility, advertising and marketing, and environmental conservation. Now, another is yung protection of intellectual asset. Okay, class, 'di ba, yung mga ginagawa nilang mga gadgets o kaya yung mga sabi ng TV, eh 'di ba merong mga ano yan, mga features yan, no? Are part of intellectual properties. So meron yang mga copyright and patent. So hindi pwedeng lumabas yan, no? So ibig silang sabihin yan, they protect their own trade secrets, ha? So intellectual property, confidential or proprietary information, personal information, and information security. Okay, another is yung fair business practice, no? Fair competition, no? Trade control, fair procurement, and anti-corruption. Okay. Responsible for business conduct, sound decision-making, public disclosure, recording and reporting of information, and tax compliance. Ethical personal conduct, insider trading, personal conflict of interest, corporate asset and media relation, and public statement. Okay. Responsibility of every one of us, no? Reporting concern and hotline and no retaliation. Okay, ito naman is para dun sa mga, sabihin natin, yung mga magsusumbong, di ba? Yung ating whistleblower. Ha? Okay. So, yan yung kanilang, yung conduct, no? Actually, maaaring meron lang pagkakaiba on the way o yung tone ng kanilang sabihin natin ng pagsasa isa't isa ng mga code of conduct. Pero basically, ina-address nito na yung pangkahalatan. 'Di ba? Iba lang yung way, iba lang yung strategy. So kung titignan mo, yung kanilang way din, no, yung kanilang code of conduct, pag binasa mo, it will uplift you, no? Mamomotivate ka talaga, 'di ba? Yung mga employee. Okay. Na mamomotivate na talagang sundin, 'di ba? Kasi maganda yung sinasabi, 'di ba? Okay. Now, yung code of conduct actually kung titignan natin actually that is only one of the examples, no? Examples na given, no, yung Sony and also yung Visa. Now, so pangkahalatan kung titignan pa yung iba pang mga company, overall actually ito yung kanilang mga sinasabi. Honesty and fair dealings, okay, sa internal and external parties, no? Compliance with law, conflict of interest and corporate opportunities, entertainment and gifts, no? Para doon sa graphing correct. Creditors' right, no? Okay, conduct towards colleagues, no? Okay, confidential information and accounting of funds. Actually, yan yung overall, no? Aside from that, yung proper use of property, yung propriety, di ba? Kanina. Okay. So, yun yung ina-address. Kung titignan pa natin yung iba pang mga example, no? Ng mga magagandang mga kumpanya. Actually, kung susumahin natin yung mga sinasabi nila, yun yung mga suma total, no? Ina-address. Okay, so let's go now dun sa number 2. Okay, so IIA's Code of Ethics for Internal Auditor. Okay, so may Code of Ethics din, di ba? Ang mga internal auditor na sinusunod, no? Actually, the IIA's Code of Ethics underlies the conduct of internal audit work and compliance. 'Di ba? Sabi nga natin nung last time ang internal yung organization na yun, they have their own, no? Okay, no, ethical standards and code of conduct as well. To make assure, no, to assure, no, yung kanilang work is quality, no? Okay, at magagawa ng tama. Okay. Now, actually, this is code of ethics is a mandatory for all internal auditors. Okay, ano ba yung sinasabi? Okay, trust placed by internal and external stakeholders in the internal audit profession and activity must be viewed as a role model and advocate of strong ethics. Kasi 'di ba sa internal audit, you recommend good practices. Okay, kino-correct mo yung error. Then you must set an example. Okay, mas paniniwalaan ka if you have a strong ethics, no, foundation. Now, ensure compliance with laws and regulation and help to maintain accurate and timely financial reporting and data collection. Now, applicable to the internal audit activity and its staff, no? Non-compliance can result in disciplinary action, including expulsion, no, from the IIA and withdrawal of the certified internal auditor designation. Now, pwedeng nilang i-recall yung yung binigay sa iyo na certification, certified ka, no, bilang certified internal auditor. Kung mapapatunayan na you violated the code of ethics ng IIA. Now, kung tatanungin niyo sa mga CPA, meron din, no? Meron din kaming mga code of ethics, no? Okay. Na kailangan sundin. Now, yung code of ethics actually is the institute exceed the definition of internal audit that includes two basic components. Una, yung principles that are relevant to the profession and practice of internal audit, no? Rules of conduct that describe the behavior norms expected of internal auditor. So yun yung sinasaad ng Code of Ethics for internal auditor. Okay, so yung Code of Ethics actually that is as a requirement, no? Nire-require ka, no, to have a very high integrity. IIA has promulgated the Code of Ethics to promote the ethical culture in the global profession of internal auditing. Now, ito, by following the Code of Ethics, then ito yung kailangang yung ibig sabihin meron, no, ang isang internal auditor. Integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, and competency. Actually, itong apat nito ay ina-address sa Code of Ethics. Nakalagay yan, no? Okay. Now, yung integrity. So, isa-isahin natin. The integrity of internal auditors establishes trust and thus provide the basis for reliance on their judgment. Now, aside from that, ano yung mga rule of conduct related sa integrity? Okay. Now, ito yung nakalagay sa Code of Ethics nila, no? Rule of conduct. Shall perform their work with honesty, diligence, and responsibility. Shall observe the law and make disclosure expected by the law and the profession. Okay, shall not knowingly be a party to any illegal activity or engage in acts that are discreditable to the profession of internal auditing or to the organization. So, shall respect and contribute to the legitimate and ethical objectives of the organization. So, that is yung rule of conduct, no? Okay, para ma-achieve mo yung integrity. Okay. Now, yung objectivity naman ay exhibit the highest level of professionalism, objectivity in gathering, evaluating, and communicating information about the activity or process being examined. So, more of ito yung ating sinasabi natin, wala kang bias. Diba? You are truthful in your work. No? So, therefore, that is objectivity. Now, make a balanced assessment of all relevant circumstances and not unduly influenced by their own interests. Okay, so ibig sabihin nito, wala kang conflict of interest or by other forming judgment. Okay, kasi nako-compromise no, yung objectivity ng tao kung ito ay merong conflict of interest. Now, ano yung mga rule of conduct o rules of conduct? Shall not participate in any activity or relationship that may impair or may be presumed. Okay, no? Yung magkakaroon ng duda sa iyo, 'di ba? To impair their unbiased assessment. Now, this participation include those activities or relationship that may in conflict with interest of the organization. So, you know, hindi lang basta actual o may presume pa, no? Shall not accept anything that may impair or presume to impair their professional judgment. Okay, this is related to gifts, no? Baka meron kang tinitingga or inducement, no? Okay, mamaya siguro pag-uusapan natin about yung inducement, Okay, so it deals with the inducement. Okay, shall disclose all material facts known to them that if not disclosed may distort the reporting of activities under review. Now, class dito, inuutusan ka talaga ng Code of Ethics to report any possible conflict of interest before ka talaga magtrabaho as an internal auditor. Okay. Now, in big companies, di ba, tinatanong doon kung merong kang kamag-anak, okay, na naka-employ, di ba? Because the company wanted to know kung merong possible na magkakaroon ng conflict of interest dun sa ina-applyan mong trabaho. Okay, so that is the basic, no? Kung kunyari nag-a-apply. Pero dito, kung kunyari naka-employ ka na, there are possibility, no? Okay, na magkakaroon ng conflict of interest. Maaring sa iyo audit, nandun yung asawa, o kaya nandun yung tita o kamag-anak, then it may impair your objectivity. So, kailangan i-declare mo. Ngayon, kailangan lang bang i-declare yung may material facts, no? Ibig sabihin ko, significant. For example, may deposit akong malaki dito sa branch nito at yun ang i-audit namin. Yun lang ba ang kailangang i-report? Maski immaterial or insignificant, i-report mo. And it's up to the judgment, no, nung higher ups mo if you will still continue as an internal auditor na mag-audit sa branch na yun or hindi. Ang mahalaga, ni-report mo everything. Naging naging transparent ka. Okay, ngayon kung insignificant, pinagpatuloy mo, then there's no need to worry about, no? Kasi pinayagan ka ng boss mo based on their judgment. Okay, kung sinabi naman nilang hindi, then you have to follow. Okay. Another, no, yung confidentiality o yung data privacy, no? Usually ito, no? Internal auditor respect the value of ownership, no? Okay. Okay. So, of information they receive and do not disclose information without appropriate authorities unless there is a legal or professional obligation to do so. Now, class, yung mga information that is a confidential na need to na kailangang ibandera mo. Diba? Now, the only thing na maaari mong ito ay i-divulge, no, yung information nito kung meron ka talagang consent, no? Actually, written consent coming from the client, no? Na talagang inaalaw ka to divulge yung information. Okay. At pangalawa, kung ito ay nasa korte, ikaw ay inuutusan ng korte to divulge yung information. Okay, that is the that only two exemption para yung confidentiality ay hindi masunod, no? Okay. Now, ano yung mga rules of conduct? Shall be prudent, no? Maging maingat in the use of protection of information. Now, yung di lang yung basta katulad ng class yung merong mga ganito, no? Sabihin na natin nagta-type ka at nagkamali ka. Now, yung sometimes yung mga na-type mo na una, there are information o material information included dun sa itatapon mo. Now, sometimes yung mga unscrupulous nakikita yun, no? Nakikita yun at nagkakaroon sila ng idea. So there must be a proper way, parang sabihin natin, waste disposal, no? Okay. Now, shall not use information for any personal gain, no? Or any manner that would be contrary to the law or detrimental to the legitimate and ethical objectives of the organization. Ha? Okay, usually ito yung mga katulad nito yung mga conflict of interest, 'di ba? Okay, mas inuna yung conflict of interest. Okay. Okay. O ito naman, competency. O ito naman yung kakayahan ng isang internal auditor, yung kanyang knowledge, yung skills, at experience, no? Needed in the performance of internal audit. Kumbaga yung technical know-how ng isang internal auditor. Ha? Okay, the rule of conduct actually shall engage only in those services for which they have the necessary knowledge, skills, and experience. Ha? So hindi pe pwedeng hindi pe pwedeng walang skill isasabak, no? Okay. Shall perform internal audit services in accordance with international standard for professional practice of internal auditing. Actually, this a private is PSA, no? Philippine Standard of Auditing. Now, for internal auditing, ito yung kanyang equivalent. Ha? Okay, ito yung guide, no? How you're going to conduct the audit. Shall continually improve their proficiency and effectiveness and quality of their services. Now, sa paanong pamamaraan? By attending seminars, 'di ba? Workshops, 'di ba? O kaya sabihin natin meetings to improve yung mga tao, no? Okay, number 3 na tayo. Okay, ethical dilemma and ethical threat. Okay. Now, when it comes to ethical dilemma, class, ito ay pinag-usapan natin. 'Di ba? Apat pa nga 'yun eh, 'di ba? Apat na group, no? At iba't ibang klase, 'di ba? Iba't ibang klase ng mga ethical dilemma yung ating pinag-usapan. Now, class, ito namang ethical dilemma na pag-uusapan natin ay para do sa point of view ng isang auditor o internal auditor. Ano ba yung kanyang nararanasan, 'di ba? May mga nararanasan 'yan, 'di ba? So yung ethical dilemma as a definition or other name no for ethical dilemma is ethical paradox or moral dilemma. It is a problem in the decision-making process between two possible options, no? Neither of which is absolutely acceptable from ethical perspective. Okay, ibig sabihin lang class, merong masasaktan, merong maaapektuhan at maaapektuhan, no? 'Di ba sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang gagamitin doon yung theories of ethics, 'di ba? Yung ano natin, paano mo masasabing kung tama o mali yung magiging desisyon mo? Now, the IIA's no 2015 Global Internal Audit Common Body of Knowledge Survey. Now, bigyan natin, 'di ba, based tayo sa datos, no, o data, no? Na data, ano ba ang kalagayan ng mga internal auditor? Okay, ito based to sa 2015, no? So ethics and pressure, no? Okay, balancing the internal audit profession states that 23% of internal auditors worldwide had been asked at least once to change or suppress an important audit finding. Okay, parang sinasabi, huwag mo nang yan, huwag mo nang ilagay yan sa audit report. Kunyari may anomalya, may fraud. Huwag mo nang ilagay yan. And 11% naman preferred not to answer the question. Okay. Now, the survey of more than 14,500 practitioners in 166 countries also indicate that 20% of staff auditors have been pressured occasionally or frequently. Now, plus ang usually yung mga okay, ano na yan, yung mga pressures na yan ay hindi lang nanggagaling mismo sa client, but sometimes to your peers, coming from your peers itself. Now, 40% declined to answer, which is the report suggests could be because of intimidation. Now, class, yung sinasabi natin not refers not to answer. Meron kasing mga meron kasing 'di ba nag-survey. Tapos ang ginawa, hindi na lang nila sinagutan yung tanong na 'yan, no? Kung kayo ba ay na-pressure o hindi. Ha? So therefore, 14% baka rang pinapalagay natin baka na-pressure din, 'di ba? Ayaw nga lang nilang i-detalye yung talagang yung pressure sa kanila. So, because of intimidation, Okay. Now, what happened when internal auditors don't want to go along with an ethical request? Hindi ka nakisama, 'di ba? 'Di ba parang kunyari barkada, 'di ba? Ikaw umiba ka, lumihis ka. Yung 5 ginawa. Okay, so 33% say they be excluded from meetings. Okay, ito yung hinihiwalay ka na, others ka na ngayon. Hindi ka kasama na ngayon sa grupo. Kumbaga sa sa barkada, parang hindi ka na nila sinasama sa lakaran. Okay, so 18% would lose opportunities. Okay, maybe in opportunities na makapag-conduct ng audit sa ibang lugar, ganun, no? So nililimitahan na, no? 4% so budget cuts. Tinanggalan ng budget, no? Usually nangyayari yan, no? Lagi. And 1% were demoted. O ito'y pinakamasama. Ginagawa mo lang yung tama, tapos ang inano ka pa, dinemote ka pa. And another 1% had their pay cut. Binawasan pa ng sweldo. Okay, di ba? Kaya sometimes ang hirap 'di ba? Because that is yung ethical dilemma. 'Di ba? Gagawin mo ba yung isang bagay o ito mangyayari sa iyo? Yung katulad ng mga binigay ko. 'Di ba? Sometimes yung mga nagiging practical, susundin na lang nila yung unethical practice. Kasi 'di ba, kabawasan ng sweldo, madi-demote ka, 'di ba mahirap, 'di ba? So what happened when internal auditors don't want to go along with an ethical request? Okay, 30% said other. Walang sinabi na specific but other. Okay. Reduce communication from executive management. Okay. Now, ito yung mga ito yung mga yung iba naman nagsalita ito. Discrimination via gossip and second guessing. Job elimination and audit department outsourcing. Okay, hostile working condition and stress resulting to health issues. Actually, ito yung mga pay raises for internal audit staff frozen. Okay, ito pa yung mga consequences. While others receive pay increases. Yun ang pinakamabsakit, 'di ba? Ikaw ginawa mo na lang yung tama. Pero yung hindi gumawa ng tama, yung pa yung nagkaroon ng taas ng sweldo. 'Di ba sometimes you will try to question kung nasa tamang lugar o hindi. 'Di ba? Your existence with the company, kung tama, 'di ba? Actually, that is good governance, no? Sinasakop yun ng good governance. Denied request for additional internal audit department staff. Okay. Now, yung sa mga gobyerno class, yung mga ginagawa niya, sinisiro yung budget. 'Di ba? Now, internal auditors can often find themselves sidelined or hindered in their request to ascertain whether governance around such decision is adequate. Being asked to reschedule audits, delaying meetings, documents forgotten to be shared, or worse, still being told that certain areas will not be looked at. O pinipigilan ka. Diba? Di mo pwedeng galawin yan. Sometimes yung mga delaying tactics o siguro hindi ibibigay kagad yung document, tandaan ninyo ang internal auditor and external auditor ay mayroong mga budget when it comes to their audit, yung time. Now, by delaying, ibig sabihin nun, matatagal yung audit, no? Okay, what happens when internal auditors don't want to go along with an ethical request? Actually, ito naman sa Commission on Audit. Actually, that is the internal audit ng gobyerno. Now, class, yung mga nabanggit natin kanina, pay cut, yung pay cut, demoted, no? Actually, alam natin that is already worse, no? Pero pagdating sa sa gobyerno, mayroong mga pagkakataon, class, nanganganib pa ang buhay mo. Now, just what the case of the case of one person that I'm going to cite, no. Actually, itong Commission on Audit are sabihin natin ay nasasakop ng Code of Conduct and Ethical Standard for government official and employees. Ha? At ito ay batas, no, RA 6713, no? So addresses everything including graft and corruption. Ha? Now, balik tayo, 'di ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi lang demoted, bawas ng sweldo, 'di ba, ang mararanasan. But sometimes mayroong pang mga pagkamatay. Okay. Now, ito class, this is a mysterious death. No? Mysterious death na nangyari. No? Actually, siya yung naka-discover nung yung anomaly in the Department of Health. 'Di ba yung parang sabihin natin na during the COVID, no? Na merong parang sa PhilHealth, actually maraming hanggang ngayon hindi na-resolve yun eh. Naubos ang pondo ng PhilHealth because of yung mga mali-maling pamamalakad at graft and corruption. Now, for DOH, they also, meron din silang share ng graft and corruption under dun sa previous administration. Okay, ano yung mga na yun? Ano yung mga yung mga PPE na sobra-sobrang binili, okay, na yung kanyang overprice, no? And even sabihin na natin yung mga mysterious, kunyari pinadala sa COVID, may mga budget na hindi naman talaga mataas ang COVID, no, for political reason, no? Okay. Ayan, bigla na lang siyang sinabihan na namatay because of heart attack. Ha? Okay, di ba? O maaaring sabihin naman natin totoo at hindi na kaya yung pressure. Remember yung pag ganyang mga sabihin natin ng mga ganyang kaso, usually meron niyang mga death threat, di ba? Intimidation. Now, threats to auditors' independence. Okay, yung una, yung self-interest. Okay, auditor could be benefit from financial interest in client. Okay. Now, for example, kunyari, sige, pag maganda yung audit mo, okay, kung favorable sa amin, then meron kang bonus. So, that is self-interest, no? Okay, may benepisyo ka kasing makukuha. Now, intimidation. Auditor is subjected to intimidation and physical harm. Okay, subukan mong hindi maganda yung audit mo sa amin, at bukas na sa kabaong ka na. Okay, ano ngayon ang gagawin mo? Pag ganun na yung threat, no? Intimidation. Okay, familiarity. Auditor becomes too friendly with client by working for client for a number of years. Now, sometimes being familiar ka na doon sa mga sometimes parang, sige, kilala ko naman siya eh, ganun eh, di ba? Pero sometimes yung mga kakilala mo, yung pa yung gagawa ng kabalastugan. Di ba? Sa sobrang tiwala mo na dahil kasi paulit-ulit mo na na-audit, no? So that is familiarity. Advocacy naman, auditor promotes an audit client's position or opinion. So ang nasusunod yung mismong client. Okay. Now, yung self-review naman, auditor in a position of reviewing work they have been responsible for. Okay, eto naman, class, siya na yung naggumawa. Kung parang ganito eh. Sa Facebook, siya yung nag-post, siya pa yung nag-like. Okay, parang ganun. O dito naman, gumawa ka, siya yung gumawa, o wala nang nag-review, no, nung ginawa niya. So, kung ito ba ay tama o mali. Okay, are you facing ethical dilemma, no? Okay, so actually ito nga yung parang ways, no, how to counter, no, o overcome yung ethical dilemma. Now, exercise professional judgment in identifying threats, evaluating those threats and addressing those threats. Actually yung kanina, 'di ba, yung 5 na binigay ko sa inyo. Now, yung pangalawa, apply safeguards to either eliminate the threat or reduce the acceptable level. 'Di ba? Yung risk na yun. Nasa iyo kung ano yung gagawin, no? Okay. Now, pangatlo, decline to undertake or discontinue professional activity. kung sa palagay mo yung risk ay napakataas na, 'di ba? Napakataas na at hindi mo nang kaya ng safeguards at hindi na rin kaya ng mai-reduce to into acceptable level. Now, terminate the relevant relationship if necessary and dispose the relevant interest. Now, just in case, kunyari, meron kang material deposit, di ba? Tanggalin mo yun. Di ba? Para na sa ganun, walang masasabi na meron kang problema, no? O for self-interest. Okay. Now, ano yung dapat na gawin kung just in case ikaw ay meron, no? Una, seek advice, no? From your professional body or obtain independent legal advice if necessary. Kasi kunyari may mga threat na, 'di ba? Yang katulad yan, iba na 'yun, iba ng risk 'yun, iba ng ano 'yun, intimidation. Then you need an independent legal advice, no? With confidentiality. Ah, okay. Now, meron pa, consider whether your action in response to the situation and advice obtained are sufficiently well documented. Okay, ito naman documentation, no? Okay. Para na sa ganun, may paliwanag mong mabuti, 'di ba? Kasi your actions may be viewed, no, mali, no? Kunyari, umayaw ka o kaya tinuloy o kaya meron kang mga actions na parang sabihin natin magiging questionable later on. Then it is well documented, no? Okay, either way by minutes or your own record. Now, inducement, o ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, 'di ba? Yung mga gifts, iba-iba, no? Parang yung inducement na sabi natin na ibibigay sa iyo to have a favorable return. 'Di ba? May kapalit. Actually, isa 'yan sa mga weakness nating mga Pilipino based on our culture. 'Di ba? Ang culture natin, class, tayo ay mapagtanaw ng utang na loob. Okay, that is our nature. 'Di ba kasi masakit nga sa atin ang masabihan ng walang utang na loob. Masakit 'yun sa kalooban natin. That is the reason why na hanggang maaari tumatanaw tayo ng utang na loob. And sometimes, yung mga ganyan bagay ay nata-take advantage. Okay, ha? Okay, so by means of inducement. Now, inducement arise from offer received by an internal auditor in business or immediate or close family members in a bid to influence the action or decision of internal auditor. May kapalit, di ba? Kapag may binatanggap, may binigay at natanggap, merong kapalit na inaasahan. Okay, ano yung kapalit na inaasahan? Favorable report, no, when it comes to sa internal auditor. Now, various form of inducement. Okay, ito yung gifts, binibigyan ng regalo at sometimes mamahalin, no? Okay. Pangalawa, hospitality. Okay, pinapakain sa labas. 'Di ba? O ka, mag-dinner muna tayo, kakain sa labas. Preferential treatment. O, mas inuuna kaysa doon sa iba. Ha? And also, inappropriate appeal to friendship or loyalty. Ha? Okay. Now, ito yung pagtalakay natin sa inducement. Just in case meron kang natanggap, no? So that is considered as an intimidation threat to objectivity or confidentiality. So that is a threat, no? I-accept mo ba yung yung mga inducement? Kung yes, then if the inducement is insignificant and not intended to encourage unethical behavior. So tatanggapin mo lang kung yan ang kondisyon. Kunyari ang ibinigay sa iyo ball pen. Wala namang masyadong material value yun. Kung kunyari binigyan ka ng sasakyan bagong-bago, ay iba ng usapan yun. Okay. So it might not it might impair yung objectivity mo. Okay. Now, kung ito naman kung di mo naman tatanggapin kung kabaliktaran nung una, no? If the threat cannot be eliminated or reduced to an acceptable level through the application of safeguards shall not accept the inducement. Kumbaga kung hindi kaya, 'di ba, na ibaba siya. So wag mo nang tanggapin 'yun, 'di ba? Okay. Now, kailangang i-document, no, at i-report yung incident. Now, sometimes yung mga maliliit na bagay, nire-report mo, pero ang alam formal, parang nasabi mo lang. Binigyan ako ng ballpen, ganito, do sa boss mo. Actually, parang one way para ipaalam mo. Pero wala nga lang formal document. Okay, so the professional accountant shall determine whether to inform or advise the following parties. Now, class, di ba sabi ko nga sa inyo, if there are pressures, no? Pressures like yung mga inducement, intimidations, no? So, kailangan nire-report yan, no? Okay, kailan ka magre-report? Okay, now, higher level of management or those charged with governance of the employing organization immediately when such offer had been made. Okay. So ipaalam mo na kaagad. So ano no sa higher management. Now, third parties such as professional body or employer of the individual who made the offer. Okay, sometimes kasi baka mamaya natatakot ka, class, na hindi pakinggan ng higher management. O kaya magkaroon ng problema, 'di ba? Okay. Now, immediate or close family members who are in the position that may potentially be involved in the offer of inducement. Now, higher level of management, those charged with governance organization where immediate or close family members are employed by competitors or potential suppliers of organization. Okay, so ito yung mga case, no? Case na kailangang i-report mo, no? Na maaaring magkaroon ka ng problema with your objectivity. Okay, learning objective number 4 na tayo. O ethics intelligence, no? So ano ba yung ethics intelligence? Actually, sabi ni Dr. C. Von Eck, no? Actually, siya yung nag-ano ng ethics intelligence, no? Is the ability to discern when they are ethical, implication in an issue and being able to respond appropriately from ethical perspective. Now, yung ethical intelligence is aside from yung mga naririnig natin na intelligence quotient, 'di ba? Emotional intelligence, 'di ba? Yung mga ganun. Now, sinasabi lang dito sa ethics intelligence ay meron ka kagad, no, na ibig sabihin na i-identify mo na kagad yung magiging problema, no? At alam mo na kagad kung ano yung magiging solusyon din. So, mas ano, 'di ba, kaysa yung kunyari hahanap ka pa ng solution, parang alam mo na kagad, 'di ba? So, on the spot makakapag-desisyon ka. Now, speaks to the individual ability to recognize ethical implication in decision and situation and respond appropriately. It's also speak, no, to the ability to recognize ethical dilemma, no, na-identify niya, 'di ba? Sa ethical dilemma, makakapag-desisyon ka na kagad, no, applying those theories, no, yung kanina, no? Okay, able to find the best means to deal with such dilemma. Okay, and finding solution that would have least adverse impact. Okay. Okay, the ability to identify ethical and unethical behavior is essential in all professions. Internal auditing is no exception. Okay, it has the obligation to the organization they serve, their professions and themselves to exercise sound ethical judgment. So, yun lang yung ethical decision, ethical intelligence. Okay, so ibig sabihin lang is kaagad, no? Nakakapag-desisyon ka na kaagad, na-identify mo na kaagad. Okay, at nalalaman mo kaagad kung ano ang kahihinatnan. Ha? So, para makagawa, no, ng pamamaraan, kaagad din, no? So, auditing ethics, no? Actually, ino-audit din ng ethics, no? Okay, class, ang pag-audit in real is that internal auditor audit yung ethics kung ayon pa ba. 'Di ba there are standards kasi. Parang batas natin, class. Yung batas natin may mga nagawang batas sinauna, 'di ba? Okay, kunyari pine-penalize yung graft and corruption. Ang binigay lang na penalty doon 10,000. Ay di siyempre marami sige, ang penalty lang pala 10,000, di gagawa ng graft and corruption. So therefore, yung mga yon as ina-update, no, sa nakaayon o itaasan natin yung presyo niyan. O para na sa gano'n, ma-prevent yung graft and corruption. Now, kung i-apply natin yung analogy na yan sa company, di ba? Ino-audit para makasunod sa bagong business environment. O for example, may nangyari na may bagong scandal within the organization, at yun ay na-pinpoint kung anong ethical standard ang dapat na i-update, then kailangan i-update, no? Okay, para ma-prevent na yung bagong scandal, no, from happening in the near future. Now, ethics audit is a systematic evaluation of an organization's ethics program and performance to determine whether it is effective. Now, the audit provides opportunity to measure conformity, no? Yung pagsunod to the organizational desired ethical standard. Okay, baka mamaya hindi na nasusunod dahil kasi yung karampatang penalty ay masyadong mababa. So, kailangan i-update, di ba? Okay, auditing ethics legal requirement. The International Standard for Professional Practice of Internal Auditing issued by Institute of Internal Auditor, as stated in Standard 2110A1, no? That states that internal audit activity must evaluate the design, no, and implementation and effectiveness of the organization's ethics-related objectives, no, and program and activities. Actually, talagang meron talaga as part of the sabihin natin na responsibility by the internal auditor is the auditing of ethics. Okay. Now, auditing ethics and benefits niya, okay, eto, no, at least meron tayong tatlo. To improve the performance and to give assurance that the organization has effective ethics program. Now, yung pangalawa, the auditing process can highlight trends, no, improve organizational learning, and facilitate communication and working relationship. At yung pangatlo, improve relationship with stakeholder who desire greater transparency. Okay. Okay, based dun sa CBOok, no, 2015 Global Practitioner Survey. Okay, this is coming from the Institute of Internal Auditors Common Body Knowledge, no, 2015 Global Practitioner Survey. Mapping your career competencies necessary for internal audit excellence. Now, magbigay tayo ng datos, no, based dito, no, dito sa nito, sa data nito. Okay, so internal auditors throughout the world rate themselves highly in professional ethics, but far lower in technical skills. No, highly. Now, the survey reports now that 73% and 72% of respondents rate themselves advanced or expert in ethics competency of maintaining confidentiality and objective. Now, ito yung pangkalatan na, no, based talaga dun sa practice. Now, but in incorporating ethics and fraud into audit engagement, professional confident in performing advanced and complex tasks dropped to 64% and 60% respectively. Diba? Highly, ito kasi baka mamaya merong mga intimidation dito. Kasi ini-incorporate yung ethics. And slightly more than 10% indicated they need supervision for routine tasks in those two skills. Okay, So tingnan niyo yung yung mga datas, no? Actually, merong pinapakita na problema, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Alam natin meron silang auditing na ito yung technical skills medyo mababa. Dun sa lasa, pero they are highly yung sabihin natin ethical. Pero pagdating na dun sa pag-o-audit, dun na nagkakaproblema. Hindi nila alam kung paano i-audit. And they need supervision. No? So auditing ethics, the role of internal auditor, assessing the state of organization ethical climate, no, and the effectiveness of its strategies, no, and tactics, communications, and other processes in achieving the desired level of legal and ethical compliance. Okay. Now, evaluating the design, no, implementation, and effectiveness of the organization ethics-related objectives, program, and activities. And providing resources that ethics program achieve stated objectives, key risks are effectively managed and controlled, continue to operate effectively. Okay. Now, another is that providing consulting services to help the organization establish a robust ethic program, improve its effectiveness, to be desired performance level. Okay, serving no as a role model and ethics advocate. Actually, ang inano nito yung role ng internal auditors no when it comes to auditing ethics no. Serving as a subject matter expert on ethics related issue as a member of organization ethics council or equivalent. Now, acting as a catalyst for change. 'Di ba? If you are a role model, you serve as a role model, 'di ba? Ikaw yung parang basihan, no? So, kung sakaling merong dapat na tignan, parang pina-pattern sa iyo. So, catalyst for change, promoting and recommending enhancement for the organization's governance structure and practices. Okay, another, no, medyo marami to. Reviewing the organization mission and vision. Okay, strategic plan, code of conduct, allegation, reporting system, related regulatory and privacy requirement. Now, class, ang audit kasi dito, nire-review yung organization and mission and vision. Kung ito ay aligned, no? Dapat kasi aligned. Confirming internal audit understanding with management and employees. Now, reflecting on insight from past business issues and audit findings, no? Okay, so tinitignan mo, nire-review mo. O baka mamaya, kasi meron kasing pagkakataon, class, na merong nang nangyari, pero bakit naulit pa ulit? Di ba? Merong ganun eh. So, kailangan i-review. Okay, reviewing applicable legislation and guidelines, no? Legislation coming from yung sabihin natin, batas, bago, that will affect no yung internal yung audit no yung audit audit ng ethics ng company okay, so audit objectives naman ng mga internal auditor when it comes to auditing the ethics no. Okay, so compliance with laws and policies, had a documented ethics program and measurement of effectiveness, effective implementation, breaches are properly investigated and proper sanction. Now, yung breaches, that means unauthorized, no? Yung paggamit, pagpasok, that is yung mga breaches. Lapses impact on an organization, assets are properly safeguarded, and last, fraud and corruption are minimized. Okay, the audit committee. 'Di ba? Last time pinag-usapan natin yung audit committee, sila yung kumbaga parang nagsusupervise sa internal audit. At the same time ay nakikipag-usap sa mga external auditor. So external auditor and internal auditor both reporting to audit committee. Now, ano yung role ng audit committee? Should identify specific ethics related issues on which to focus, no? Okay, in some setting, the committee may decide to conduct a comprehensive ethics audit. So, kailangan, no? In other organization, the committee may focus on specific ethical issues that are especially important in those settings. Now, audit of ethics needs to be risk-based, no? Based sa risk, no? And based on risk assessment. So, therefore, bago ka i-audit yung ethics, i-assess mo muna yung kanyang risk. Now, the internal establish the key risk to the organization ethic program, which help them to focus the audit objectives. So, audit objectives and then audit planning, di ba? Okay. Now, ano ba yung scope ng audit? The audit of ethics should at least cover the following, no? The tone at the top, commitment of the board, top of management to ethics, di ba? So, ano ba yung kanila? Diba? Usually, makikita mo yung mga commitment nila if they have the separate budget for the implementation, no? Yung mga ganun, no? O kaya yung mga seminars and conduct, yung mga conduct sila ng mga workshops, diba? May mga budget. So, therefore, that is one of the sign na may commitment ang mga nasa top, no? Ethical principle, how well they are adhered by levels of organization, including stakeholders and suppliers. And then risk management, recognition of the need for risk, no? Management and effective implementation of risk management throughout the organization. Okay, another scope, no? Audits ethics should at least cover the following, no? Ito. Information, availability of information relating to ethical conduct, such as documented ethical program, awareness activities, breaches of ethical guidelines, no? So meron silang mga report niyan, meron silang natatabi niyan, no? Okay. Now, yung sharing naman, active sharing of information relating to ethical program and its result. And tsaka yung isa pa, yung alignment niya, no? Actually, yung alignment niya, not just dito sa risk management, aligned to organizational ethical culture. Okay, so alignment din sa mission and vision. Ha? Okay, so report the audit result without fear, no? Paano mo ngayon to no, yung when it comes to reporting na and monitoring. So reports the audit result without fear or favor to the audit committee and senior management. Okay, walang bias kasi, 'di ba? Objective mong ginawa yung iyong trabaho. Now, monitor and follow up to ensure recommendation are effectively implemented and meaningful change occurs in a timely way. Now, whatever yung findings niya ng audit, no, when it comes to the ethics, ay yan ay pinag-uusapan ng audit committee, auditors, at saka yung department head concerned. Now, they will ask sa department head ng ng concerned department, they will ask for their yung schedule kung kailan mai-implement yung mga changes or recommended changes. Okay, doon sa mga naging findings, Okay. Now, bago tayo matapos, okay, there's more, no? Ito na yung Lehman Brothers scandal. Okay. Now, class, ano ba yung Lehman Brothers? Actually, this is one of the oldest, no, yung parang investment banker, no? Investment bank in America. They were able to survive, no, yung 1929 crash. They were able to survive yung mga World War I and World War II. And then even survive yung 1987 stock market crash. So parang sabihin natin hindi nila na survive ngayon. Ito yung yung 2008. Now, kailan ba nangyari yan, no? Actually, the start is 2008 at ito ay natapos noong September 2008. Kasi nga nag-file to ng bankruptcy, no? Okay, sino yung involved, no? Ito yung kanilang ito talagang masasabi natin na Wolf of Wall Street. Kasi grabe magsalita to, no? So si Richard Fuld, na CEO. Now, nagkaroon ng investigasyon, what they do, no? So ito yung lumabas. Use Repo 105 transaction. No? Okay, so actually yung kanilang Repo 105 transaction tend to mislead, no? Mislead yung mga gagamit ng mga sabihin natin ng document, no? Fail to employ risk management. Okay, ano yung naging consequences, no? Okay, bankruptcy filing on September 15, 2003. At saka yung investor losses, billions of dollars. Okay, so ano naman yung mga penalties, no? Due to lack of evidence, the SEC could not give, no, yung verdict. Yun yung masakit, no? Actually, maraming naapektuhan, no? Maraming naapektuhan ng mga investor. Okay, marami ring mga bangko ang nagsara kasi they have the investment sa Lehman Brothers. So parang nagkaroon ng domino effect. Ito hindi na parusahan, no? Okay, key financials, actually the total debt during bankruptcy is 619 billion na. Pero meron lang silang total asset na 639 billion. Okay, but wait, there's more. Ito naman yung inyong performance task, no? Yung Asian financial crisis. So what is the Asian financial crisis, no? Okay, how did the event started, no? Okay, what countries are affected at what are the consequences, no? Ano yung naging epekto? Okay, what are the key financial for each country? Okay, so what are the government actions to prevent the same event from happening again, no? Okay, so ito yung ito yung nyo gagawin niyo. Okay, please cite your sources also, ha? Okay. So before we end, actually ito yung dream big, work hard, and surround yourself with good people. Okay, so I think that's all, class, no? And thank you sa inyong pakikinig and learning with me, no? Okay, don't forget to to fill up yung inyong student reflection, no?